We got beat by a really good UConn team. Obviously, we didn't have enough to compete in the way that we would have liked to. But now all is well in women's basketball.
Questions for our student athletes? Up here in the front on the right.
Don, with all the injuries this team has had this...
Student athletes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please identify yourself and your affiliation. Student
Josh.
athletes only, please.
Josh Hybers, Prison Feathers.
I get you, Josh, though.
Asia, well, all the accolades you've had in your career, all the records, how much would you trade in to give it another go around and to have another year?
Girl, get out of here.
I mean, I would love to, but at the same time, I think I've served my time at the University of South Carolina in the NCAA. I had a great 4 years. I wouldn't change anything. Coming to South Carolina was the best decision that I've made at a young age. So I mean, of course, it's all fun, and I hate to see it come to an end, but at the same time, I wouldn't trade in anything from my time that I had at South Carolina.
Thank you. Another question on the right.
Doug Feinberg, the AP. Asia, congrats on a wonderful career at South Carolina. I mean, they were hitting everything in the first half from deep. I mean, I'm guessing the scouting report didn't say they're going to shoot 90% from behind the arc. Is it just, I mean, you see that and you got to think, okay, this may not be our night, that they're just hitting everything in the first 20 minutes?
I mean, it was just the way the ball game was going. We could have tried anything, but they were shooting pretty well. Great from the three-point line, and that was one of our kind of keys, was just defend the three-point line, and we had a little trouble doing that. So I mean, at that point, you just have to give everything that you have and leave it all on the court.
Additional questions? Over here on the left.
Asia Howard, Magdal, High Post Hoops. Congratulations on the career you've had.
Thank you.
When you first came here, did you envision anything like 2 Final Fours, a national championship, 3 Elite Eights? I mean, this program had 13 wins combined in the NCAA tournament. You had 15 over your 4 years. Is this how you pictured it going?
Oh man, not really. I don't know exactly what I was thinking, honestly. I just knew that Coach Staley has done such a great job to this program, and I just knew I wanted to be a part of it. I couldn't have written this out. I couldn't even imagine this as a young girl, but it has definitely been a blessing to play underneath Coach Staley, to be coached by her. And I've learned so much from her and just so much from my teammates over the course of my 4 years. So if I could have called it, it would have been great, but I didn't. And I think that's what makes it a lot of fun, is that it's been a journey. I've been through the ups and downs of everything. I've had a blessing to just compete in the NCAA and make it to the Sweet 16, Elite Eight, and 2 Final Fours, national champions. Like, it's a bunch of girls out there that dream to do that, and I was a part of it with the South Carolina team that no one believed that we could do any of it at all. we were the underdogs. So just to be a part of something and to kind of just show people that it can be done, it's been a blessing.
Additional questions? Up here, Doug.
Alexis, I mean, same thing I asked Asia. You said you guys defend the three-point line well, but when they hit 90% from the first half, does it sort of deflate a little bit, like they're just having a night and there's probably not much we could do to change that?
I mean, I agree with her. You know, when the team's shooting well like that, it's kind of hard to adjust. You know, you can try everything like she mentioned, but they were just hot, simply.
Over here on the left.
Alexis Howard, Magdal, High Post Hoops. Just wondering if you made a decision about your future, about next year.
No, I have not.
Thank you.
Do we have other questions for our student athletes? Seeing none, we thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Staley? On the right.
Tim Wilkin from the Albany Times-Union. Can you just talk a little bit about what Dangerfield did to you guys tonight?
She made wide open shots. You know, they were practice shots. You know, with her feet set, no one really around her. And if you watch them in warm-ups, those are the kind of shots that they hit. And certainly we didn't do a real good job at staying close to home to her. We kind of dug ourselves in a hole by helping off too much.
Question here to the right.
With the injuries and the 3 first-round draft picks leaving, how proud are you of this team that you were able to make it this far?
Super proud. You know, super proud because, you know, no one had us probably here. And, the way that our team performed all year long under adversity. Couldn't be more proud of our players and the way that they've handled themselves, and the way that they did not succumb to whoa, it's me, why has it happened to me. They just played it out, and we found ourselves in a place in which only us believe that we could be here.
Thank you. Over here to the right.
Right here, Don. Pete Doherty, Albany Times-Union. Look at the stat sheet in the first half. You shoot 56%, and you're down by 21. Do you just shake your head and not really know what to do?
Yeah. I mean, I thought we for the most part stuck to our game plan. And when you shoot the ball that well, I think our turnovers killed us in the first quarter. We didn't have very many of them. I'd rather have 27 of them tonight and win versus just 13. But UConn makes you pay. You got to pick your poison. If you dig in too much to help, in the paint, they're gonna kill you on the outside. If you overplay on the outside, they're gonna backdoor you for wide open layups. It was that kind of game in which, we could not control it, especially early on.
Up here on the right.
Doug Feinberg, DAP. I mean, you've said a lot about Asia over the last couple of weeks, I'm sure, but now that her career is finally over at South Carolina, just what she's meant to you, to this program, to women's basketball.
I mean, it's bittersweet. I wouldn't want her to have another year. Selfishly, as a coach, you got to let her spread her wings and fly in the WNBA and overseas. I mean, she's done so much for our program, for our state, our university. All the little girls that grow up looking like her. She was a poster child for inspiration and a beacon of hope. And I want her to go to Las Vegas and do the same.
Over here on the left.
Don Howard, Magdal High Post Hoops. Just to follow up on that, you obviously had the program on the trajectory already, making the NCAA tournament several times before Asia got here. But where do you think the program would have been if Asia hadn't made that decision? I mean, how pivotal has that been in you getting to the point where you are today?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really answer that. Obviously we were on a trajectory of being a really good basketball team and program. It's like asking, where UConn would be without Diana Taurasi. That's kind of unfair. But Asia was an integral part, of taking our program to the next level. And there won't be a whole lot of Asia Wilsons, left in our game. I'm just really fortunate that I got the chance to coach her for 4 years, and knock on wood, for very few injuries.
Over here to the right.
Coach Jim Clark from Women's Hoops World. The UConn actually rebounded you guys, which I don't think anybody expected to happen. How important do you think that was to the outcome?
Not very important. I don't think rebounding was a real factor. It was the 3 points, the open threes really opened the game up for them. For the longest, we were out rebounding them. But there aren't very many rebounds when, we shot 50%, they shot 59%. It's not very many rebounds to get, once two teams are shooting that way.
Thank you. Additional questions? Seeing none, Coach Staley, thank you.
Thank you.